is a roll of the dice. So you might wanna open your eyes. If you blink then you'll miss it, cause we each got our limits. But even after the finish, the low roll, the low roll.
Previously on the Ironfist Institute. After trekking through the snow and ice, our adventurers arrive in Tourmaline trying to trail a serial killer. And, after finding out more information on the murder spree, they decide on their next very important step. A shopping trip! Meanwhile, Valdani sorts out accommodation and tries to learn more about their current situ, and adds some more quests to their ever-expanding log.
I think if the rest of us are finished with shopping for the tents and the shovels and that, we'll make our way probably over towards the inn as well.
So as you enter, you can hear a girl singing upstairs. Valdani, you would know that it's the girl. But the rest of them might not. And it's Marta singing.
Oh no, this place is haunted!
No, not quite.
And as I have the inability to sing, she sings a little ditty as she's working, which I've posted in the conversation for you. If there's any budding songsters, singers in the group, then you can quite happily sing that, but there is no.
I don't think we have anyone like that here, do we? None of us know.
Nah.
Ahead of winters when she came, a lovely woman with no name, draped in a fur-lined cloak of red. To the icy lake she fled. The wind pursued her all the same. The heavens unleashed frozen rain. She battled frost to take her breath. As sure as night, she's dead. She's dead. She walked in one night from the cold. The mead was poured, the tales were told. With eyes of blue and a heart of gold, she spoke of ways to save her soul. A beauty never seen before. She thanked her hosts and closed the door. She made her way down cobbled steps. The news got in next day. She's dead. She's dead. Ahead of winters when she came, a lovely woman with no name, draped in a fur-lined cloak of red. To the icy lake she fled. The wind pursued her all the same. The heavens unleashed frozen rain. She battled frost to take her breath. As sure as night, she's dead. She's dead. She walked in one night from the cold. The mead was poured, the tales were told. With eyes of blue and a heart of gold, she spoke of ways to save her soul. A beauty never seen before. She thanked her host and closed the door. She made her way down cobbled steps. The news got in next day. She's dead. She's dead. Ahead of winters when she came, the lovely woman with no name, draped in a fur-lined cloak of red. To the icy lake she fled. The wind pursued her all the same, and the heavens unleashed frozen rain. She battled frost to take her breath, but as sure as night, she's dead.
Your wonderful singing voice.
Thank you, Sean Connery. So lovely to be complimented by someone of your legendary status. It's also surprising to hear from you.
Our special guest star.
Yes. Anyway, after a while, she comes down humming her little tune, and she comes down and she comes over to Valdani and she says, "They're all ready for you, sir."
Thank you. Can I just ask what's the song that you were singing?
Oh, oh, you don't want to be hearing my little tales, sir, really, do you?
Yeah, we're relatively new to the area, and I'm quite interested in. I like to get to know the people around where I am. Just more so, I don't want to offend anyone, and if there's any stories and things that we can share to kind of better ingratiate ourselves with our hosts, then absolutely.
That's very nice of you, sir. And with that, she brings over 5 more tankards of warm mead for everybody. And as she sits down, she brings over a little goblet of warm mead that she's got herself. And she says, "Well, actually, it's my grandparents, you see. About 50 years ago, a mysterious woman, she had a fur-lined red cloak, stopped here at the east side on her way to Lonelywood. Um, but because she was alone and frightened, the innkeepers, my grandparents, um, and tried to console her and look after her and everything. And in kindness, the woman gave them a ring as payment for their hospitality. Not long afterwards, though, a howling wind burst into the inn, tossed the woman about like a rag doll. My grandparents tried to intervene, um, giving the woman enough time to escape, and the evil wind battered them unconscious before it went hunting after her again. We never saw the lady again, but this is the ring she gave me. She gave them, and she presents her hand, and on it is a small ring with what looks like uh, 3 big foxes curled up on the top of it.
Um, do you mind if I take a look at that? If you just kind of sit it on the table in front. So
Right.
what I'm looking to do, man, is have I seen any of the have I seen these symbols anywhere that we've travelled so far? These 3 foxes.
You don't. You looking at the foxes. Do me an investigation.
Oh no.
Oh no, you haven't seen anything like this ever before.
With a 1, you've probably never even seen a fox before.
Or a ring.
Or a ring.
Ah, um,
bless,
no.
bless you
Never,
for trying, but
no, never mind.
Mishton's gonna sort of nudge Beck a little bit and just sort of whisper to her. Didn't you find something from that inn that we were staying in Brinshander? Had some kind of special ring in the fish mouth.
Yeah, but don't look like that one.
so I've stuck it in Sunday Gifts Discord
Yeah.
for you.
Oh wow!
I haven't
Ooh,
perfected it. Also, as she places it on the table, you notice it is fur lined.
that's really cool.
That's a really beautiful
And
photo.
as she places it on the table, you notice she starts to shiver.
Oh, I think I
Is
got an
everything
idea.
protection from cold, maybe?
Do you think our Sephic has one?
Could be. Keep an eye out if we ever see him, if he's wearing anything.
Yeah, once I've finished looking at the ring, I'm just going to kind of push it back towards her and just say, never mind, I was just hoping to see if I'd seen these before, but nothing of the sort. You know what it is or what it does, or is it just a ring?
And as she picks it, she gives it one of those sort of shakes where she's getting all warmed up again. She says, "Oh, it keeps me warm, sir. It just takes the chill off. You know what I mean?"
Yeah. Keep it safe.
Oh, I will, sir. I will, sir. But if it's needed for a greater purpose, then I'd willingly, if it would help lift this curse, I happily give it to someone.
We'll keep that in mind for now. Just keep it safe. We may be back to borrow it.
Oh, that I will, sir. That I will.
Madam. Sorry. Do you know anything of like a ring or like a family like crest of like two axes that are crossed, by any chance?
Two axes that are crossed. That sounds a bit dwarven to me.
Hmm.
You might be better off asking some of the shield dwarves.
Man, if you'd spent
There's a
more
couple
time
around.
asking the dwarf that we actually saw that had two axes about a ring rather than flirting with her, maybe you would have got your answers back.
You piece of you tried to catch me on fire.
You tried to steal my dog!
Steal your dog? I never touched your dog.
You
dog was already stolen.
threatened to hurt him.
Can't
Yeah,
steal
I
a
threatened to
stolen
punch
dog.
it because you ordered it to try and kill me. Exaggeration.
Potato.
How can a stolen dog be stolen again?
Answers on a postcard.
That's a particularly difficult question to answer in terms of moral philosophy there, Timmy.
Welcome to Philosophy Corner with our cat. We answer the simple questions.
So as
What?
you're staying at the inn, you are delivered a piping hot meal for the evening, and she makes sure that you have drinks as and when you need them.
Heads to the
roll
room.
me Oh, go on.
As Mordus heads up to the room, he claims top bunk.
Actually, each room has a separate single bed.
That's not as funny.
Except for Mishton and Mordus's room, which has bunk beds, so there's so much extra room for activities.
I'd like to think that there were
Need
two
to push
separate
up.
beds, and Mordus has just lifted the bed and put one on top of the other. Top bunk!
That makes me automatically think of The Great Escape, where the guy comes in and jumps onto the top bunk bed and falls through them all because they stole
Yeah.
planks. Anyway,
I'm
moving
just thinking of
onwards.
the scene from Step Brothers where they make their own bunk bed and then it falls down on top of them as they go to sleep in it.
Just put it up.
Yeah. Oh, is
Yeah,
that what that
yeah,
is?
yeah.
Yeah.
So much room for activities. I think
Finish meal, drink, go to bed.
I think Mordus and Mishnan probably are similar to those two stepbrothers. Mishnan is probably Will Ferrell, and
Aye.
Mordus is it John C. Reilly?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll randomly quote the film throughout the campaign in our own situations.
So Timmy's going to
So
finish his meal and drink and go up to bed as well.
Yep.
As soon as I record another song, you can just be like, "You're flat. You're flat. I'm not spending $1,300 a month for you to be flat, Karen."
Valdani, roll me an insight check, please.
Insight.
Oh, that's better. You will have noticed that what Marta was saying to you earlier was that it was 2 silver pieces per night. And you gave her a gold piece, which is actually equivalent to 10 silver pieces.
Right.
And she's offered you 7 nights. So
to be honest, it was like I knew I was going to be overpaying. It was partly because
you're actually she's letting you have an extra 2 nights for free, basically.
Ah. Oh, well, yeah, considering we've got like food and drinks and everything as well, yeah, we've slightly ripped her off.
So,
just wait until we steal her ring.
I mean, to be fair, she said that she'd let us have it, so.
And we never said we were going to give it back.
The ever-loving, caring Mishnin.
To be fair, Mishnin probably isn't thinking of stealing it, but I know we have 3 members of the Thieves Guild.
Mishnin's not a people.
James, on the other hand.
James, on the other hand, would already be out there with it.
Yep. You'd already have it.
Oh, no. Oh, dear. That's one of those jokes I can't even bleep, because if that comes out as that's even worse.
You can edit the whole joke out. edit it after James. So I just say, James.
Then there's a laughing going, ah.
Do another little ditty like the technical difficulties one. He told a bad joke.
For the unedited session, you need to go to the Patreon.
Yep. Yeah. The Ironfist Institute Uncut. Or, to be fair, with our lot, it'd be the Ironfist Institute Half Cut.
You only get Doug, the shovel salesman, for free.
Yeah, the puns are free of charge, but all of the oh man, any humor you have to pay for.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
if you want humor, you can also find our OnlyFans account.
On that note, how many people have gone to bed so far?
Me.
Orders.
I think Mortis and Mishnan have gone to bed, but they're probably still up chatting about. They're Mishnan certainly has treated it like a sleepover. He's never done them before, but he's heard of them.
Aye. Mordus is doing push-ups while Mishnan is talking about...
Mishnan is on Mordis's back. Yeah. Mishnan literally stood on top of Mordis as he's effortlessly doing his push-ups and just asking him loads of questions about what it's like to be tall.
Are you Modest? Are you asleep? Modest, are you asleep? I'm doing push-ups. So I've got some questions.
Do you ever find it difficult to breathe with that altitude?
Timmy went up without a key. Couldn't be bothered to go back down, picked the lock, and went to bed. So he doesn't know whether or not he'll wake up with one of the crew or with a complete stranger in the room.
Oh no.
The ones that are left downstairs, 2 bundled up humanoids come through the door, all wrapped up in scarves and gloves and everything. And they sort of say a welcome to Marta as they come in through the door. And then they see you guys sitting at the table, and they sort of put a hand up in a wave of sort of welcome. Friendly manner towards you, and they say, I hear you guys have been interested in our trouble. And as they're saying that, they start to uncover their stuff, and you notice one of them is very orcish in outlook. Green skin, protruding teeth from the front of his mouth. And you notice he's carrying a large axe on his belt.
Was it
How many-
the job, the mine job?
Yeah, I heard you were asking a little Tommy about our problem up at the gem mine. Is that right?
Sorry, quick question. Was I actually there for that? Was it when Valdani was talking to him? Did we come back by then?
I assumed that Dani had informed you that there wasn't a
Yeah,
car.
I'd said, like, sort of by the time everyone had got back, that I'd said that the rooms were there and there might be another job here for us to do.
Yeah. Sweet.
And he goes, "Oh, I'm terribly sorry. I haven't introduced myself. My name's Aurus."
Yeah. So there's a monster in the mine?
Well, it's a group of kobolds actually, but they've been having a go at the miners, so they've all left it and they won't go back in. One of them was killed by the kobolds, so he's too dangerous for them to deal with, and I haven't got enough troops to deal with it. By the way, I'm the speaker of this here Tourmaline.
Right. And it was 50 gold?
Yes, it was. If you can deal with that, it'd be wondrous for the town. I can get the workers back, the miners back to work.
I mean, not all of us are down here. Who else is down with me?
I am.
Everyone else is gone. I mean, it's just us two down here. I mean, we can talk about it tomorrow morning. Is there a good place for us to find you?
Go.
If you're willing to have a look at it for me, you know, it's not too much of a rush. You know, I mean, it's only 50 gold pieces and everything, but it's all I can really afford. It's being like a small town like we haven't got that much money. Yet when I said that one of the miners that was murdered, actually he went missing a few days before the kobolds showed up. But the miners swear that the monsters must have crawled up from the Underdark.
Right.
It might be that he just fell down one of the shafts.
I mean, is there anything we should know about the mine? Do we need any special equipment?
It's you know, there's rope and that in there, and it's well built by the miners and everything, so I wouldn't worry too much about that.
I mean, apart from the kobolds, we're gonna run into any nasty surprises?
No, I wouldn't think so. They're just these annoying kobolds. Like I said, you know, I don't want to be pushy or anything. If you've got time to deal with it, it'll be wonderful.
Yeah, I mean, well, whereabout is this mine?
It's off up to the northeast. So the track goes. It's just above where you are at the moment. That track there.
Is he lying about it being just kobolds?
Yeah, I was gonna.
You want to roll as well?
Yes.
Insight, please. I think we'll go with Adri. Yeah, you actually, Beck's like, I'm not sure if he's lying or anything, but Adri's like, there's something the guy's not telling us. Is there anything Adri wants to say?
Yes. I would like to tell him that we're not going to do it unless he's going to tell us the truth. I know's a liar.
Look,
Ooh.
look. Okay, look. We're pretty sure it's kobolds. I sent some of the militia in there a couple of days ago, and they haven't come back.
So what makes you think it's kobold?
Well, because that's what they said they saw.
I thought you said they didn't come back.
No, not them. The miners.
Oh.
But I can't work out whether the guy who's they say is dead, who's just disappeared, is disappeared because of them, or whether he fell down a shaft. So I sent them a couple of the militia boys down there, and they haven't come back.
And
Look, I'm
now
under
I'll
quite a
take-
bit of pressure. Town council don't seem to want me in place as town speaker.
And why is that, do you think?
Well, I think there's some undermining going on from one of the other towns.
You know which?
I think it's Targos. I think it's bloody the speaker of Targos. He's in for taking over. He wants control of this town. That's why we don't like him too much.
Mm.
They're a dodgy lot. They are. I swear he's trying to take over.
And I'll take my sickle and just place it on the table. And you sure you're telling us everything?
Look, honestly, that's all I know.
Because if me and the group are gonna go down there and possibly risk our lives, better be truthful with us. Because if you ain't and we run into something and something happens, you better watch out.
Look, honestly, I'm just going on about it. I don't know no more than that. Kobolds, some of me guards went missing. It should be it should be dead easy for banders like you.
150 gold pieces. We will take care of your problem. And as the new heroes of your town, we will tell everyone that we support you for town speaker.
Yeah, that you had the initiative to hire a competent group to sort the problem.
I haven't got 150 gold pieces. What do you think I am, made of gold?
Of course you have.
Look, it's a gem mine. Why don't you acquire some of the gems down there? And I'll give you 75.
100.
I'm sure we'll acquire the gems anyway with the 150 gold pieces.
I haven't got 150 gold pieces. What is it with you lot? Do you think that we all rolling in money or something?
How about 100 gold then?
120.
I
We have to
love
split
that.
it 6
I love
ways.
that Adri rolls a persuasion check and Beck then says, "How about 100?" She's rolled really well, so I'm gonna try and persuade you.
I can't see people's rolls. I just see mine. So I have no clue what's going on.
You can't see her rolls. Is that right?
I can see like the dice go across the screen, but apart from that, nothing comes up in chat for
You're not
me.
seeing.
Oh wow!
Not for
Everybody
me.
else.
Get everyone's roles in the chat.
You scroll down.
Yeah. The last thing was my insight check. I'll refresh again
You're-
and see if that works.
So you didn't see mine, and you didn't see Adri's.
Oh, yeah. Now it's popped up. I think I need to keep refreshing
So
every time there's an issue.
There's something to do with refresh on this bloody machine that we're gonna have to. I'll try and knock off some more modules, see if that will give us a better.
Mm.
Okay, so look, 85. 85 gold pieces.
If we take 85 gold pieces, we can't split it 6 ways. It needs to be. First of all, we need to be able to split it 6 ways. And if you're going to do us any less than 120, then we're not going to back you up when it comes to Targos trying to take over your town.
Look. Look, I'll tell you, 90 is all I can offer you at the moment. If I can try and scrounge the other 30 before you get back, I'll give you 120. I can't say fairer than that.
Fine, we'll take the 90 for clearing out the mine.
Yep.
Right, okay.
Adri's been our secret weapon this whole time, hasn't she?
Yeah.
I was just waiting for her to say up front.
Oh, do you know, I was considering it, David. I was thinking, how far can I push this?
Half an hour, half later, and then just walk off with 45 gold.
Never said when.
You lot are a right dodgy lot. How did I ever...
Has he got any jewellery on? That's a nice Rolex you've got there, sir.
Take it as collateral. The purse has to be massive either way because Veldani clearly has no concept of money.
I think Valdani just has a very different concept of money. He comes from a more aristocratic background where 1 gold piece is pocket change.
Yeah, he's never been poor. He comes from royal court or something, doesn't he?
You've never lived in a forest where gold pieces were a luxury that nobody had. I used to have to fend for myself with twigs. I'd wake up at the break of dawn at 4:30 in the morning, work until 2:30 at night, get 0 hours sleep, dig in the mud for however long I could, eat whatever bugs I could find, and then just about scrape by to survive.
Mordus has gone into a zen-like state while he's doing his push-ups, so he can't hear Mishnen's ramblings.
Press up meditation. I heard it works wonders.
The best part about that is that Valdani and Mission and that were nowhere near this this conversation. So this is just a rant that Mission has had to himself halfway through a conversation with Mordus. Oh, I tell you, young whippersnappers, you don't know how easy you have it these days. Banging his staff on the floor and going into a frenzy. Mordus is completely zoned out.
Gins of beans for 30 pence in my
Timmy's unfortunately picked the room next door and he's just got his hand over his ears going, go to sleep!
And I'll tell you something else.
Timmy opens the door. Timmy opens the door and throws a gold piece at Mission and goes, "Shut up!" And then slams the door.
I'm imagining
one gold piece off.
Timmy storms in with like one of those like night dress things, and he's got curlers in his hair to make sure his fur doesn't get all matted in his sleep.
Just lugs a gold coin right in your mushroom head.
It is right. It is past your bedtime. Go to sleep, Mishnan. I'm going to go ahead and add that gold piece there as well.
Yeah, I'm just going to take it off. And I'm going to deduct a curler that's probably falling out of my fur.
Listeners thinking, why he gives them curlers?
Theatre of the mind, kid. Theatre of the mind.
What sort of DM gives his players curlers?
One that doesn't have a choice.
We warned people at the start there was going to be elements of homebrew in this, didn't we? We've homebrewed our own curlers for cats.
I mean, if we're gonna kick, we may as well do it in style.
Exactly.
So,
Right.
so you've agreed on 90 gold pieces.
Yeah.
For now.
Mhm.
Are you guys now gonna sort of head to bed and that?
I think
Yeah.
as soon as he leaves, I'm gonna go, oh man, good hustle, and hold out my fist for a fist bump.
I bump your fist, but I say we need to get better at this.
I know, like, we could have done so much better.
Shut up, Keith!
Well, I mean, he.
So quiet all night. Just then. I barely said a word. And now
That
it's
was
like,
actually
let me out of-
Keith telling Mission to shut up.
Oh, brilliant.
But your spell had wore off, so you didn't realise.
Yeah. 10 minutes is up. Just a dog with his paws over his ears in the corner. What have I got myself into here?
Oh, he's got this ferret wrapped around his head.
Frozen berries and countless verbal torture.
Ethan just has a wild pet zoo in his room right now, losing their mind.
It's like that meme out at the moment where it's like, I receive constant verbal abuse and temper tantrums from a short gnome. You receive belly scratches and frozen fruit.
Yeah. There's a howl at the end of the night when if you cast your spell it was unsteal me.
So, you all finally get to bed after coins being thrown and arguments over people chatting late at night. Next morning, you're woken with the smell of fresh porridge wafting up from downstairs.
I'm just going to head straight downstairs, get something to eat, and wait for everyone else.
And Martha will come up to you and she will say, "Would you like some nice berries with that?"
Yeah, why not? You might want to keep some for our little gnome friend. He's quite partial to this kind of thing.
Right. Will he be liking the fresh ones, or will he prefer to have the frozen ones?
That's probably something you'd be better off asking him. I mean, he's already had frozen berries, so why not keep him some fresh berries?
Okay.
Nah, I'll give him the frozen ones, I say, as I'm walking down the stairs.
Mordus comes in the front door after a 2-hour run.
About 5 minutes later. About 5 minutes later, Mishton will come down the stairs. On top of Keith, riding him down the stairs with his ferret around his neck as a scarf. Looking very well rested.
And just looks at the group and goes, and another thing!
Morning all, how are we
Behind
doing?
him, looking
Excuse
a
me,
little sleepy.
Excuse me, Marta, do you have any cashews?
Cat shoes? Why do you want cat shoes?
Nuts, cashew nuts, or macadamia nuts.
That's what I said.
Sorry. So nuts, you mean, which are called cat shoes?
Yeah, cashew nuts, or macadamia nuts, or pistachio nuts, or peanuts, or anything of a legume variety.
I've got blueberries.
Man.
Got some raspberries.
What's a gnome gonna do here to get some nuts?
travel about 2,000 miles to the south, and you might find some.
Mm-hmm.
We call nuts exotic fruit here.
Have you got any frozen
What do
berries?
you call your exotic fruit?
Sorry, Timmy. What did you say?
I said, what do you call your exotic fruit then?
We call nuts exotic
pineapples.
fruit. What do you call your exotic fruit?
I'm very confused.
Coffee and fish,
nuts,
please.
With a riddle.
oranges. That they're the stuff I've heard of in stories from the Southlands.
We came across strange fruit before.
I turned me into a woman.
Well, they do say there's some very strange fruit out there.
I like fruit. Fruit is my friend.
If it's your friend,
Coffee
then
and
you
fish,
won't be willing
please.
to eat it.
I don't tend to
So
eat my
I'll take
friends.
But you said fruit was your friend, so I won't give you the fruit. Would you prefer me to get you some salmon?
Ugh! Definitely not.
I'll have salmon and coffee.
Do you want her to cough on your salmon?
In the one bowl.
That doesn't sound very hygienic.
Hungry and I'm tired. So both at the same time is not a problem.
Do you have...
she will go off and get you some salmon.
Do you have anything I could eat that hasn't already been alive?
Frozen
Alive,
berries.
If it's
Well,
if it's
I
served
hear
quickly,
there is debate.
There's a
Sorry,
what,
sir, what were you saying?
I said, if it's served quickly, is it called salmon rushdie?
No, sir. No, sir.
Yeah, edit that out.
No, I mean, unfortunately, that one definitely has to stay in because we're not. That's not one that's going on the Patreon.
I paid for salmon rushdie.
It's like a cocktail, salmon and coffee together.
Tell you what, David's getting good use of that shovel that he bought earlier because he keeps digging that hole deeper.
She comes back with a plate of salmon and a mug of coffee.
Lovely. Thank you very much.
Yeah, as we're sitting having breakfast, I'm gonna let everyone know about our little deal we made last night. And so, like, guys, we can go up to the mine. There's they said there's kobolds, but he sent some of the militia in, and none of them came out. So what we feeling? 90 gold? Wow, 120 when he gets the money.
Sounds good.
Should be a good challenge.
Yes, sounds good.
I'm still waiting for some berries.
They're very slow.
Mission is still at the bar. Very slow.
Orders is shoveling porridge through his mask. Right. Making a bit of a mess.
Timmy's just watching the
base-
drips of porridge come off the bottom of the mask.
Going back into the bowl.
Yeah. How does he do
Never ending porridge. Magic.
I
There's a
eat
one-man
and I eat
fondue.
and I eat and I'm still hungry.
Poor Marta comes back with a bowl of fresh blueberries and raspberries.
Oh, thank you. These would be lovely. And Mission
And she
will,
smiles across.
yeah, Mission will take the wee bowl and head over and join the group.
Valdani is approached by Marta, and she said, "Everything all right with you, sir?"
Everything's great, thanks.
Oh, good. Oh, good. So are you guys heading out today, or should I be preparing some food for you?
I think we're heading out once we've had this, but we may return later on. Just keep the rooms ready just in case we do come back.
Oh, will do. They'll be nice and tidy for you when you get back.
If we're heading into the mine, I don't suppose, Marta, maybe for an extra couple silver pieces, if I could pay you to take care of Keith and Troy here for the day. I don't want them getting into trouble in the mines, that's all. If you could just keep them fed and keep them out of trouble.
Oh, you want me to look after your pets? Yes,
Please,
of course, sir. I can do that.
Excellent,
What
thank
do
you
they
very
eat?
much. Troy eats just about anything. And Keith, he'll tell you what he likes. He's very chatty, is Keith.
I'm sure I can sort that out with him, sir. I'm sure he'll be very willing to tell me what he likes and what he doesn't like.
In fact, Mission is going to cast Beast Bond real quick on Keith, and just say, "Right, buddy, I'm going into the mines to help out the fellas today. So this lovely lady here, Marta, is going to be taking care of you. She asked me what you'd like to eat."
Oh, she got a steak.
He likes steak. Could you do steak?
Oh, yes, sir. I'm sure I could find him some steak. I'll find him a nice piece of steak.
Keith, how'd you like your steak? Raw. Could he just don't bother cooking it? Just get it to him raw. And to be fair, that's probably what you were going to do with a dog anyway, actually, wasn't it? That's probably needless information for you.
It was. Yes, sir. It's all right. I think I can look after a dog. We have dogs here in this town as well as other things.
Also, if if a man comes in who has a lot of other dogs, just don't let him see Keith. Just Keith doesn't get on very well with other dogs. So if you could keep him away from anyone that has other dogs when they come in, that would be fantastic. I'm worried they might try and take Keith away, that's all. There are crazy people out there that would try and steal a dog, you know.
I hate those dog thieves, sir. They're horrible.
They are the worst.
They have no understanding of a bond between an owner and his dog.
Exactly. Isn't that right, Keith? I'll give him some scratches. People don't understand what it's like to not love a dog.
Keith looks up at you with a certain squint in his eye. Yes, quite, sir.
You know what? I feel bad for Troy the Ferret, so I'm going to cast Beast Bond on him as well and have a wee chat with him.
You're really pushing it tonight.
I'm sure everyone at home is wondering what what Troy the Ferret sounds like.
So's mine.
This is where we find out Troy the Ferret is a mute and a mime.
He wasn't going to be, but he might be now. Yes, sir. What do you want, sir?
Troy, what would you like to eat today? The woman's going to take care of you. I'm going into the mines, and after our little spell during the final exam, I don't want you getting in trouble, because you nearly drowned on me there, buddy.
You drown me, you don't feed me properly, you don't do nothing, you barely talk to me, you talk to that mutt more than you talk to me.
Troy, we've been friends for a long time, alright? Keith's just...
Oh, yeah, but you talk to him first, you don't talk to me first. It's like, oh, yeah, old friends, bad dreams, I don't know. Yeah, new toy, I know what it's like. That big fluff ball over there, he gets all the attention, he gets all the rubs. God, I'm surprised you even noticed I'm here if it wasn't for me nipping at your ankles.
Well, you know what, Troy? I'll be honest with you. It's much more difficult to ride you into battle.
Oh, now we're being sizist, are we?
Well, you know what? Funnily enough, as
You
a
can't
3-foot
talk
tall
about-
gnome, you know, sometimes I'm on the other end of it. All right.
Oh, I see. You're trying to bring a bit of commonality here, are we? Oh, yeah, because like you're 2 foot nothing, and I'm like 6 inches. The differences are huge, sir.
Okay. Well,
I'm just saying.
how about this, Troy? All right. You were with me when we went to the market. Did you see anything nice and shiny that you wanted from the market? Any little pellets of food? I'll get you a little treat for being such an understanding friend. How's that sound?
I'd love a cashew.
I've been looking for cashews for ages. No one in this Tourmaline Kingdom village thing has ever heard of a cashew.
With people.
I promised you, Troy. I promise you. As soon as I find a cashew, you'll be getting it straight away.
All right then.
Now
I'm gonna let you.
you be a good boy today. And he says, stroking Troy and giving him a little cuddle and a little nuzzle.
Look, don't butter me up. It's all right. I appreciate you're gonna try and get me cashew. If you see a cashew, it's mine, right? Not yours, mine.
Absolutely.
I
You get
don't-
first dibs
I
on any
don't wanna
cashews.
I don't want a half-chewed cashew from you, you know. I've had those half-chewed nuts before.
Yeah. we said we weren't going to talk about that. After the incidents.
If we're not going to talk about it, I think we'll have to talk about it. 'Cause
Well,
you,
you know-
sir,
well, you know
sir,
what?
were the one who ate.
Right? I'm going to cut you off there, Troy. I'm going to stop casting this spell. And now anything that Troy says is just little knitters. He can't understand it anymore because he's no longer concentrating on Beast Bond.
I elbow Timmy and say, "Oh my word, he's staring at rats now."
I don't know why he looks like
what-
he's being told off.
No, he
You
looks kind of
also
offended.
noticed Diesel's mouth is still moving up and down. As though it hasn't finished what it was saying.
He's just gonna put Troy on the top of the bar up to Marta and be like, he's your trouble. He's your problem now for the day. Thank you for this, but I'll catch you soon. And he'll go
Maybe
Okay,
he can
sir.
get much sleep.
join
He
everyone else at the
did
table.
talk a lot in the night.
Marta's quite happy. She says, yes, sir, that's not a problem.
Right, we're gonna head over to the mine,
Yeah.
and off we go.
With a new mission acquired to delve into the mines, the group heads out to solve the Kobold Quandary, and hopefully make a fair bit of coin in the process. Join us next week to see how they get on.
When you feel like there's a hole in your soul and you've got nowhere else to go, and you feel like you've been all on your own, well, she's calling you home. She's calling you home. Oh, 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 oh. She's calling you home. Oh, 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 oh. Yeah, and home is where the heart is, and you keep yours fully guarded, but I know that mine is always with you. And you won't find no place safer, and there ain't no reservations at the Ironfist Institute.